So you're thinking of managing Brighton in Football Manager 24. Here's a 5-minute guide using in-game data to assess player performance and how that can inform your tactical and transfer needs. This is a mini Moneyball clinic. Before we start, let's introduce the pizza charts. Grouped by phase of play, this is a simple visualization for performance statistics. It is measured as a percentile compared to other players in a similar position. Each ring represents an interval of 10%. The slice represents which percentile the player is in. The bigger, the better. Let's take Solly March as an example. He's in the 95th percentile for expected assists per 90. This means he creates more than 95% of other attacking midfielders. He's only in the 5th percentile for possession lost, however, meaning that 95% of other attacking midfielders lose the ball less frequently than him. A media prediction of 8th. On average, across multiple simulations, Brighton actually finished around 12th. FM expects them to struggle, relegated twice, and failed to reach their media predicted 8th on a single occasion. Jason Steele concedes goals for fun, but is good on the ball. But Bruggen in limited minutes appears to be a better shot stopper. Dunk, Van Hecke, and Webster all see a lot of the ball but aren't progressive, relatively speaking. Decent in their duels, except Webster, who is elite at tackling, or in the air. At right back, Veltman is safe and progressive. Lamptey energetic in pressures and dribbles. Neither creates. We see similar at left back. Igor the safe, Purvis the disruptor. To his credit, Igor is the only fullback with above average expected assists. There is a pivot problem. Labour is the only defensive midfielder who has above average possession won. He also loses the ball too frequently, as does Milner, Gilmour, and Gross. Milner wants to score. Gilmour and Gross want to score and create. All look more comfortable further forward. Which is where you'll find Lallana. He's washed, I'm afraid. Solly March and Mitoma thankfully are great. March somehow more dribbly than Dr. Dribbles himself. Both excellent in the pressing game. João Pedro and Ansu Fati split time between the wings and up front. Both shared the best goals per 90 rate in the team, which is a damning indictment of Danny Welbeck. He led the line and didn't really score, didn't really create. A possession approach for Brighton lacked penetration, so let's embrace a little more chaos. Gegenpress, 4-3-3. And let's talk about combinations. On the left, a player who attacks the box, a player who provides the width, a player who supports behind the play. We want the same on the right, a player who attacks the box, a player who provides the width, a player who supports behind the play. Marge likes to cut inside so the Mazzala can drift wider situationally. A striker who does a little bit of everything for balance. A defensive unit that protects and recycles. Instructions are fine as they are. I would just add trap inside as that's where the defensive numbers are. A transfer budget of £69.5 million, £168k per week in wages. Sales are not necessary. A progressive centre-back would help those quick transitions. Someone like Dan Axel Zagadou or Muqtadir Karbi, both good at regaining and retaining possession. Axel Zagadou is better in the tackle, a higher progressive pass rate, 6.75 million. Diakabi is better in the air, better in the possession metrics, 15.75 million. A water carrier at the base of midfield, someone like Patrick Berg or Ko Itakura. Both are effective at sweeping up loose balls. Berg is more progressive and will cost around £8 million. Itakura is better in the air, safer on the ball, experienced at a higher level. That makes him a little dearer at 10 million. Some youth and incisiveness at Mazzala, someone like Frankie Amaya or Edward Sperzian. Amaya is dribbly, creative, and available for 6.5 million. Sperzian dribbles less, creates more, much safer on the ball. Available for 8.5 million. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like or maybe even subscribing. And if you want to support the channel further, there's now a Patreon linked in the description below, where you can join these wonderful folks currently adorning your screen. See you next time.